Get ready to elevate your beauty routine. Join me every week at 10 a.m. Pacific for my Beauty Lives, where we'll dive into microneedling, rejuvenating acid peels, expert scalp care tips, and lots of beauty devices. I'll also share the latest skincare brands and makeup must-haves to keep you glowing year-round. For exclusive insights on injections, weight loss peptides, and more, download my Skin and Wellness app linked in the description below. For additional insight, check out my blog that details each of these beauty lives and any other videos I've shared with you. We are about to go live, so hit that subscribe button now and join the beauty revolution. Hey you guys, welcome to this Beauty Live. I'm so excited to see you guys after Christmas. This is such a fun time of year, and if you're able to make it, welcome. For those on TikTok, I am streaming on YouTube, on the Spa and Tell YouTube channel. It's linked in my profile, so if you want to see a better image and me talking to you straight on, that's where it's going to be, and it will also have the links to everything I'm using in the description. What we've been trying to do is we build a blog post that has everything in it, and we put that link in the YouTube description. So if you click on the blog post link, and I've linked it and pinned it to the top of the chat in the YouTube chat, so you can see it there. You go there, you'll see information on everything I'm using and the links and the promo codes. So that's how we are. Today we are going to be microneedling with my Dr. Pen M8S. And we will be using the BN peel. This is a 35% TCA peel, but it's not really a 35% TCA peel. So we'll get into that. But first we're going to cleanse my face. And I brought out all of my acids as well to just kind of go over the different types of acids, what they do, and why sometimes they get mixed for, to help. So we'll go over that stuff. And right now we're going to cleanse our face and get into our beauty routine. How was everyone's Christmas? And really quick, hey you guys on YouTube, Melissa, Edward, MT Kitty, Laquana, so good to see. These people I have known almost 6 years online. You guys, so many people in my chats I literally know from all over the world for all of these years, because you guys are amazing and you show up to stuff and I get to know you, and it's honestly a huge gift. It's a gift that I never anticipated when I started this. Oh, by the way, on my neck right now, I'm wearing the Maysama neck to chin mask, and I'm on the red near infrared, and I set it to the 10-minute setting, so it's been going pretty well. And also, is the video and the audio and everything working good? Nothing's glitchy? Okay, great. Okay, hey guys, okay, and this Beauty Live is inspired by one of our Skin Squad members in the app, Ryan. He does great informational videos. He's really great at explaining things, honestly better than me. Another reason to join the app, so you can get more perspectives and more insight than just from me. But he was the one who's really been microneedling with this BN peel, and he inspired me, and I was like, I want to do that too. So here we are. And all right, let's get a cloth out so we can do this. I am going to be using the LMS Resurfacing Cleanser today, and I will be doing it with my Revive Sonique Cleansing Tool. Just gonna dip it in there, get some water on our face, turn it on. And I went to hot yoga this morning, and then I showered. My face is not really dirty, but we'll just do a nice little cleanse because we want our acid to penetrate as well as possible. We want a nice penetration, but also the microneedling is obviously going to help open up our skin as well. We will not be microneedling super deep. I'll probably, depending on where I am on my face, be between a 0.25 and a 0.5. And I am going to be using a 36-pin cartridge that is the right cartridge for the Dr. Pen M8S. It's frustrating because I know different models take different cartridges, and you're like, why can't they just keep it all the same? It'd be so much easier. I know cartridges should be universal, but they're not always. I found ones to work between models, but I wouldn't say it's always the case. And some people, I think, when they say that their cartridges are popping off, I also wonder if they are using cartridges that maybe weren't meant specifically for that pen because I know online, you can, especially on Amazon, you'll come across cartridges and they'll be like, oh yeah, they work for this thing. And then you buy 20 of them and you're like, no, it's not really working that well with my pen. I know, because I've basically shopped everything for this on Amazon. Neck mask is done. Hey, Bo. Hey, Kim from Kailua. Oh, girl, how is Hawaii? So Kim from Kailua, we actually hung out when I was in Hawaii recently, and well, not recently, it was last summer. But that's what I'm saying, you guys. That's why what I do is so rewarding, even though sometimes it's so frustrating. But it's not frustrating because of you guys. It's frustrating because these platforms are messed up. But it has brought me so many friends from all over the world. And whenever I'm somewhere, somebody will be like, I live there. And I'm like, oh, let's grab, coffee or meet up or something. Like, it's just amazing for me. And I've done this for years. Whenever I travel, literally I meet up with people. It's not like a big event or anything. It's just like people that I've connected with. We will get together. And I love that. Okay, so I'm just wiping that soap off of our face, obviously. Our mask is done. Unstrap this. Okay, so I have to unweave myself. All right. Okay. So that first initial cleanse is done. Now let's take some alcohol swabs. I just have what are these? These are, 70%. Okay, let's just take some 70% alcohol swabs and just, again, swab our face and make sure that we're degreased. I can't stress it enough when I talk about peels on making sure your face is really degreased for the application, because your skin will block the penetration. You have a lot of fat on your face, like oils and stuff, it will block the penetration. I'm going to do another swab because these are baby swabs, so we need more. And I think I got hair in my mouth. What's going on? Okay. Remember to go underneath your neck or jawline. Alrighty, we are ready to go. So as that kind of sits into our face, let's talk about the BN peel and what it is exactly. So obviously this looks very different than my other acids. All my other acids are clear. This one is kind of like a Grinch green, right? And you get a lot. This is a 6 milliliter vial. And in the box for the BN peel, you actually get 5 of these vials. Now, I did use one a while ago, so this will be the second one I use. And, okay, I don't want to annoy you with a lot of information, but I'm going to go through this kind of quickly to give you guys the ingredient reasons in this mixed peel, okay? So the BN peel does contain 35% TCA, but it also it's a mixed peel. So it has lactobionic acid in it, a salicylic acid, and a citric acid. This combination is, it reduces the irritation that you could get. So, for instance, here's a 25% TCA acid, clear. If I stuck this on my face, this is more intense, more potent than even the peel I did 2 weeks ago. This will burn, I will frost from this, it will be intense, and in a week my skin will completely peel off again. That is a real TCA peel. I don't consider this a real TCA peel, but I consider this a way to test TCA at a milder approach. But you could also just do 10% TCA or 15%. For instance, here is a 15% TCA now This one's old. I won't use it because I feel like it's kind of discolored. I have a lot of acids from a long time, and I just keep them so I can use them as like props or whatever. I wouldn't use this one. I don't use things once they've oxidized. I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, so the potency of the TCA matters. And that's what's going to basically denature the keratin, that protein in your skin. And that's why you go white, and that's why it dies and goes dark and then breaks off. So there's lots of different acids, and you have AHAs like your lactics and your glycolics. So for instance, here's a 70% glycolic. This is a really intense peel. It's an AHA, but this 70% potency will definitely cook my skin. It probably won't peel as much as a 25% TCA, but I will definitely shed from a 70% glycolic. And I have actually done this 90% lactic once. This is intense. Normally lactic acid isn't that intense, but at 90%, you guys, this lactic acid was intense when I tried it once. And of course, if I wanted this to be a 45% instead of a 90%, I would just do 1 part distilled water and then 1 part of this lactic, and it would cut it in half. And we demoed that a couple weeks ago in the videos on how to cut TCA, and you can go check those out too. So for instance, here is the ordinary peeling solution, that red one. This is a combo mix. This one has AHA in it and BHA. BHA is the salicylic acid, okay? Salicylic acid is fat soluble. So in this combo, they have salicylic in it, and what that does is it will drive it into your pores. Normal like acids like TCA and glycolics, AHAs, they are not lipid soluble, meaning that they cannot penetrate into the fattiness of the pores. So salicylic is what's going to be able to get into your pores, which is why, and I've read this a while ago, one of the ways to do a safer TCA peel, especially for people who have more pigmented skin, is to do a lower strength TCA, like a 10%, and then you up its penetration factor by inducing salicylic into it. So you can get a really good combo peel by having a lower strength TCA, but using that salicylic to help drive it down deeper into the areas that have more lipids in them. Okay, hopefully that kind of makes sense. So basically this is a combination just like this one is, where it's going to be able to go into your pores because it has the BHA. It's also going to be able to resurface your regular skin because it's water-based also, like AHA acids and the TCA. So it has these other ingredients in it that, in my opinion, basically numb out a lot of the TCA potency because I think they create some barriers of penetration. So that's the reason, like the glycine in this is an amino acid and it maintains hydration and it supports the skin's barrier. So it's protecting your barrier as that TCA is trying to penetrate. So I think that 35% is really being knocked down to like a 10% because of this combination and because of some of these materials that actually block penetration of the hydrolyzed acids that should be able to penetrate deeper. So we've got tartaric acid in it. We've got a gamma aminobutyric acid. So the GABA has a calming and soothing effect on the skin. It works by reducing skin sensitivity and helping to balance inflammation. So a lot of us get really red. I get inflamed. I'm obviously extremely fair. So this should keep the redness down some. And then it has isopropyl myrostate state. And this is used to enhance the penetration. So it's really interesting because it's like it's got these ingredients to help maximize penetration, but then it's also got these ingredients that kind of block penetration, hence why it's a mild peel, okay? And that's why we're going to be able to microneedle with it too. Oh, the other acid that I wanted to tell you guys about is mandelic acid comes from almonds, and it is a really, really mild way to exfoliate. So if you have more pigment in your skin, you're not as fair as me, mandelic acid is a great choice for you because you need to be really careful if you are a lot more pigmented than me. People who are super fair can get away with more acid use. If you have more pigment in your skin, you need to be more careful. Okay, I hope that all made sense, you guys. It's glitching. Oh, it says it's an excellent connection, but you're saying it's glitching? I hope not. Okay, hopefully we're still okay. All right. Okay, so that's enough science there. Let's do this. Okay, so we're going to be using gloves because what you do is you're going to be rubbing this in and then you're going to leave it on for 10 minutes. For 5 minutes, just like with a TCA peel where we do the 5-minute layers. I just realized that I didn't have another timer, so I'll just have to watch another clock. Okay. Here is our pen. Here is our sanitized cartridge. This is a 36-pin cartridge. And then here is a drop needle. Now, this, I'm going to pop its top off. Ah! Why is it doing that? What's wrong with you? Have you guys ever seen this? I feel like it's going to, it's like, oh my gosh, this is the first time I've ever had that happen to one of these sealed vials. First time for everything. All right. So I'm going to shove this through its hole. Now, this is not a sharp needle. This is just a big, fat, blunt draw needle. Oh, you know what we're supposed to do first too? You need to shake it. Now, I didn't feel like my color was not equal, but they said to shake just in case it wasn't, but mine seems to already have been uniformed. Okay. So I pulled up I'm gonna look at, oh, what did I do with that thing? There was, okay. It says to not swallow this, just in case you were interested. It says treatment of the face and décolleté skin elastosis, prevents hyperpigmentation, treats stretch marks. Actually, I was thinking about doing that, you guys. Acne scars and provides biostimulating, revitalizing effect. The procedure gives the skin vitality, improving its tone, elasticity, suitable for all skin types. Okay. So I have about 2 mils drawn up on this. I'm going to put on get our pen set up. Oh, I was going to use my mirror around my eyes, you guys. Okay, wait, hold on. I don't want to forget to do this because we need this. Okay, I'm on level 3. We'll just do this really fast. It only takes like 2 minutes. And I'm not concerned about doing this before I microneedle or put on this acid. I know people always give me crap for like combining things, but I don't care. People just like to judge and be like, you know, I don't know. They like to be nasty Nellies. Okay, and then we switch to the other side. You're going to do your first filler and tox soon, Thrive? Congratulations. Just make sure you're super prepared for the filler. It's the most dangerous thing you're going to do. Make sure that you have the hyaluronidase on hand. You've got to be prepared. Make sure you understand the protocol for dissolving filler if you're going to be playing with filler, okay? It's, in my opinion, it's the most dangerous thing I have in my house. Okay. La, la, la. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so remember, we always have our pen dialed to a 0 when we are putting in our cartridge so that it sits correctly. And hopefully you can see that my dial is at a 0. It's always backwards for me trying to sit. Okay, there it is. And then we're gonna slide in our cartridge and then we're gonna lock it. We'll pull off its little cap. So it's locked onto like the little pegs that are on the sides. And when it's moving, it can kind of jostle a little bit. This seems really tight, but as you're microneedling for a while, you might want to check that and make sure that it's still like locked on tight. One of the unique things when they did the new cartridges for the M86 was that they added this scallop top to it. And yeah, okay, there you can see it. So it's scalloped. And if you've ever microneedled with a flat rimmed cartridge, you know that the suction and the backflow into it can become annoying. So by having the scallops, they've created an airflow. Now that can still kind of get blocked if you push it really tight against your skin, which I do. So it's not perfect. There'll still be some backflow, but I do think that that was a smart, like, product development change. Thoughts on buying the $4,000 Morpheus 8 machine? I mean, I sometimes get scared with using those, like, after my experience with buying the HIFU machine, if you guys remember when I had that HIFU machine, guys, after that, I thought it was drilling into my brain. I'm like, I don't know if this is safe. So, and then it was always glitchy and hard to use. And even in our app, I sent it to one of our Skin Squad members who's a ultrasound tech, and she had a hard time getting it to work too, and HIFU is ultrasound. So anyways, I think I spent like $2,500 on that device, and it was probably not that great of a purchase for me. Okay, we have our gloves on. We're going to start rubbing this on our face, and then we're going to take the microneedling pen across it and get it in deeper, all right? I just want to make sure that this is primed all the way up. It's a long nozzle. Okay, there we go. So you can kind of just drip it with this, or like even if you didn't want to use, if you didn't have one of these, you could use one of those squeezy nozzles on it too. Or you could dump it out and just pick it up with your gloves and just fan it on your face. Like for instance, I can just drop this into my glove, right? And I can just take this on my hand and just rub it here. Like we're just applying the serum. It's not even burning. There's no tingle to this. I kind of feel like we could apply TCA like this too. Maybe next time I do a 20 or 25% TCA peel, I'll apply it like this. The only issue sometimes is like, I don't know, but it might really go on well like this. Maybe I'm gonna just like get it in my eyebrow area. Okay. And you can tell in this one, I didn't even block out my eyebrows. I wasn't concerned about them lifting too much. I need to get them redone anyway, so. Okay, I'm putting it at a 0.25, turning it on. And now I'm gonna just like start running this into my head. And now like I'm gonna start the 5 minute, we're gonna do this layer for 5 minutes. I'm gonna microneedle it. And the 0.25 works great for my forehead. That's pretty thin. And it does kind of get sticky, this solution. Okay. So now we can turn that off. Oh, and I was at a speed of 1. So now you're just supposed to I'm gonna take a little bit more just because that's how I am. Once I get the skin open a little bit, I want a little bit more to pack in there. Okay. So now we just want it to dry down and get kind of tacky and dry. And yes, you make sure you rub it down. And then you just pat it in. And we have 3 minutes left on this layer. Oh, Randy Ann says, I love microneedling. 0.25 is my go-to. Yes, it is such a good depth. You don't need to worry about looking too red. It's just one of those things that helps things penetrate a little bit better. You're not totally tearing yourself up. And that doesn't mean that there aren't times that you do. It's just, there's lots of different ways to microneedle at different times based on what you need. Okay, so it's starting to get a little tingly as it's drying into the skin. We have 2 minutes left. You can see how my gloves are starting to stick to it as it dries. Oh, Pamela, you had I had a great Christmas. I'm so glad to see that so many of you guys had great Christmas. Hey, Rita, so good to see you guys. Oh, Laquana's back. Welcome back, Laquana. Hey, Debbie, have you tried that mask yet? I have not tried it. That Medicube mask that you put on and you sleep in and it basically goes clear. I keep thinking, I'm going to film a reel doing this. I'm going to put it on at night, take it off in the morning. Have I done that yet? No. We all have goals. Okay, that is 5 minutes, you guys. So that's 1 layer. We are done with 1 layer. I'm not sure how many layers I'm going to do today. Maybe 3, okay? Ryan, is Ryan still here? Ryan, how many layers did you do that other day when we were together? Was it 3 or 4? I can't remember. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to do it again. I think this time, no, we need some more serum on our face. Okay. So I kind of like this idea of just dripping this onto my hand and rubbing it on. In the blog that we wrote, there is a description on how much product or how much acid to use per area. I'm not really measuring it out like that. I'm just basically coating my face for each layer, microneedling, and then doing the 5 minutes. Okay, so we're still at a 0.25. I'm at a speed of 1. You can see that. Doesn't want you to see it. Okay, there it is, speed of 1. 0.25. Next week, the boys and I are going to go up to Utah to see my sister, so I'm excited about that. And we'll do a little snowboarding up there too, which I love. Our season passes here for North Star and Tahoe work at a lot of resorts around the country and world. In fact, that's what we used last year when we went to Vail. Our Epic Passes worked there, which that's a steal. And if you've never been to Beaver Creek, you guys, I can't say enough good things about Beaver Creek. It is the Disneyland of mountain sports and of family fun, and it's gorgeous. Yeah, snowboarding with my boys is my favorite, and it will be so much fun. And it's nice for me to get up to Utah every once in a while because, I mean, I did live there for a while, and kind of like, I have family. I mean, I have two sisters and my mom live up there now, so yeah, lots of good times in Utah. Okay, we did that. Let's just give ourselves a little bit more for this 5-minute layer. Gliding on the snow is surreal, Randy. I know. Debbie says, you're so good at snowboarding, and yes, I have golfed for a week at Beaver Creek. Oh, Debbie, you golfed at Beaver Creek. Well, that's what I was just thinking to myself. I was like, gosh, what an incredible place to live like year round. It's got to be so gorgeous up there in the summer. It's because I love Tahoe in the summer, and I got to imagine that whole area is just amazing for outdoor things in the summer as well. And then it's gorgeous in the fall and winter. It's just, no wonder all the rich people go there, right? It's just, it's like so amazing. Debbie's such a golfer. That's awesome, Debbie. Okay, wait. Oh, I didn't look at the time. Okay, I would say we're like 1 minute into this. So we have 4 minutes left. Grace, yes, I am using a chemical peel. I'm using the Bien peel, which is a 35% TCA peel, but it's really modified. So it's not feeling like 35% TCA, and it's not going to denature my keratin the way a like true 35% TCA would. But not everybody wants to peel, and not everybody wants downtime, and so that's the reason so many people like this combo acid, because it's mild, it's gentle, it's well tolerated. You're not going to probably like do anything that's going to be crazy. Like it's pretty easy. And you can hear it again, just getting sticky as it dries. Okay, Debbie says, no, I have not used that mask yet, but I did use my Mesama mask today for the first time. Oh, yay! That's right, because Debbie won that from the Christmas giveaways. If you don't know, we always do these huge Christmas giveaways in the app, and we have so many brands that we've worked with for so many years. They're always so kind and generous to our community, and they always like give all their devices that I use away, and we're so grateful to them for doing that for us each year. Okay, so Ryan says, and this is kind of his protocol that I'm following. Ryan says, I'm able to go to work the day after, and I work with the public, so it's super easy to recover from. Yes. Yeah, because I get it. I know that I have a lot of leniency when it comes to downtime because, well, this is my life, so I'm supposed to look kind of like messed up sometimes. But I realize that not everybody feels comfortable or confident like with their skin shedding and being a mess all the time. I kind of enjoy it for some reason. I don't know why. But I'm doing this one for you guys because I know that not everybody likes the downtime. And especially at the holidays, which I realize we're almost through now, but this could also be a great thing to do in January. And you can do this year round, and you can do it every 10 days. They say you can cycle this every 7 to 10 days. Okay, that's 5 minutes on that one. This is our third application. Our pen. Can you microneedle while you're pregnant? Yeah, why not? Can you shave while you're pregnant? There's no reason you can't microneedle while you're pregnant. Now, maybe some of the ingredients you might not want to microneedle with. So for instance, you can just microneedle with just an easy hyaluronic acid from Amazon, like the Coste Baja that I always recommend to microneedle with. It's like $10. It's easy. Get the one with the, don't get the dropper one. Get the bigger size that you can squeeze, pump out easy. That way you can just pump it on your face while you're microneedling. But yeah, there's no reason you can't microneedle while you're pregnant. It's just, there might be certain topicals that you don't want to microneedle with. Like for instance, you know, you could microneedle with hydroquinone and retin-A while you're pregnant. You might not want to use those. I mean, I've been pregnant 4 times. All my boys are fine. That's anecdotal. I eat sushi and sandwiches all through my pregnancies. I'm not concerned about mercury. But anyways, we all make our own decisions, and some people's bodies are more sensitive, and sometimes their pregnancies are more sensitive to those things. So you know, you got to make the right decision for yourself. But honestly, microneedling just with hyaluronic acid is not going to be a problem for you, and it's a great thing to do. She said, okay, and does it help like with jowls? I don't have jowls, but yeah, so microneedling is going to help just firm up your skin. Okay, we need more for our third pass. Just a little bit more. We'll just do 4, or we'll just do 3. This is our third layer. Ryan, how many layers did you do that time we were together? Did you do 3? You guys, I don't think there's a huge difference in the Dr. Pens. I see that people are saying, I'm having a hard time deciding between the Dr. Pen M8 and the Dr. Pen M8S. I have both of them. They're totally fine. I mean, the S is the newer one, but that doesn't mean anything. Okay, we're 5 minutes in now. I mean, we're starting 5 minutes. Let's see. Okay, so 10:37. Okay. Honestly, I have the entire range of Dr. Pens, and the A1 to now this M8S, like, I think they're all great. I really like the scalloped cartridge. I would say that that's the biggest difference between them. And then I think the body is made nice and stuff. Like, I would say that this build is more similar to my Illuma pen, but I don't even use that anymore because it's not really available anymore to you guys. And this is a lot cheaper because the Illuma pen was like $1,000. So I don't have any bad things to say about any of my Dr. Pens. I think they are such a simple concept, you guys. There's nothing special about these pens. They just have a motor that moves things up and down, and the cartridges just penetrate your skin. Like, there's not some magic behind these things. They are a very basic concept tool, okay? So you just need it to be pricking, and you just need it to be a workhorse for you. And I've never had one die on me yet, so I don't know. Don't be scared of all those people online who are fear-mongering about fake Dr. Pens. What are fake about them? Like, they're all made in China. They're all rebranded and white-gloved, like, or white-labeled. It's just, it's funny. It's funny to me, you guys. I see all these comments, like, on Reddits and stuff, and I'm just like, okay. Okay, we are getting sticky. We have 2 minutes left. Oh, you were kicked out for a minute, Pam? I'm sorry. Oh, Randy Ann says, yeah, it's cool that no one can ever tell when I've done microneedling in public. So, yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're microneedling below a 0.5 millimeter depth, you should be fine. Like, it's when you get to 0.75 and 1 millimeter depth, especially up on your forehead, where you'll tear it apart because there's just not enough skin there, and it's intense. Like, I feel like when I'm at a 0.1, I'm like nailing into my skull. Obviously I'm not, but that's definitely what it feels like. Now, this one says once you're done and you've done the 5 layers, then you rinse it off with water. So we'll go another 2 minutes with this and then we'll rinse it. Oh, you're back through the app, Kim? Okay. Pam's like, okay, I thought that. Okay, so Melissa says that sometimes when the commercials come through, which I can't see on my side, she says it can make it glitchy. So sorry about that. I don't really understand how YouTube runs ads while I'm live streaming. I've always wondered how that works. If you guys have watched my other TCA peel videos, you know that I need a blow dryer, you know that I'm fanning myself, you know that I'm hyperventilating because it hurts. Right now, there is a tingle factor for sure, but I would say the intensity of this tingle factor at this point is like if I put on, we're done with these so we can take them off. If I put on, like I can get the same tingle factor from what I'm experiencing right now from the ordinary peel. Like a fresh bottle of the ordinary peel, if I layer it on thick, I will get the same sensation that I'm getting right now. So this is definitely a very mild acid, the way they've combined this. Wait, I'm mesoing Revitalex while watching. Oh, yay, Debbie. Debbie, were you able to golf today, or can you not golf in New Jersey in the winter? Is it like all snowy? Or how does that work where places have golf courses when it snows? Can you not golf in the snow, or do people golf in the snow? I'm like so ignorant when it comes to snow lifestyle. Okay, so now the cartridge is gonna go in the trash. Okay, now normally you could save the rest of your BN peel, but because my rubber gasket did that like explosion thing when we first opened it up, I'm actually gonna throw this one in the trash because the seal has been violated, which is also why I was able to use that thicker gauge needle to suck it up. So I have more, so I'm just gonna get rid of the rest of that bottle, but you could have saved it if yours didn't do a weird thing like mine did. All right, let's rinse this off. It's been 5 minutes. Randy Ann says, I buy all my nano and 16 needle heads and Dr. Pens. I'm thinking about buying the other pen. I have the green one. I want the silver one. Yeah. We have a Dr. Pen. Oh, yeah. We have a Dr. Pen code, Chaos15, so you guys can save money buying directly from Dr. Pen. Or, you know, the world is kind of weird with the whole microneedling pen thing right now, because the FDA decided that as adults, we shouldn't be able to have microneedling pens. It's really insane and crazy, and I don't get it, but regulations. Whew. It does feel like more burny almost when more burny. Feels a little bit more intense as I'm taking it off with water, actually, to be quite honest. Okay, Debbie says, for me, it's too cold, I'm sure, to golf, but you can if the course is open. I have done it. I've golfed in about 32 degrees, but man, it's not fun. Oh, I bet not. I don't even want to go outside when it's that cold. I just want to be in my electric blanket and my big jackets. Okay, my face actually does feel more intense right now than it did before I took this off. I'm not really sure why that is. Ryan, if you're still here and you have any thoughts on that, let me know. But it must just be doing its thing. Oh, hey, Joy. Oh, I think it's an Italian. I'm thinking you're asking where can you get a Dr. Pen, and in the blog that we have linked above, it talks about where you can get it and the code CHAOS15 to save 15%. Okay. I'll give you a close-up of my face so you can see. It's not super red, but you can see like a little bit of redness, I think. It does feel like it's still kind of going on its burn hump. Like I've talked about this before. I always feel like acid peel burn is like a contraction when you're in labor, and it's like goes up, 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 and then it starts to taper down. At least that's how I feel for myself. Okay, I got out my BioEqua because it's supposed to help push in product. So I thought, and it's also got this amazing cooling factor about it. So I was like, maybe we'll just try to cool our skin down while I do this. There we go. I like the ozone smell it makes. So it's like blowing these ions into my face. I think I was supposed to clean it. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's like this little like, it feels good. And it's like total ozone smell. If you like ozone. I like ozone. Some people don't though, I guess. The only reason I learned that was because when I was doing some campaigns for the Pure Daily hair wand, I'd be like, oh, I love how it smells like ozone. They're like, don't say that. Not everybody likes ozone. And I was like, oh, I like ozone. It always reminds me of like when it rains. I just like love it. Okay. Oh, Bizunesh asked, unrelated, but does the Zip help with gels? Zip is a microcurrent device. So it's like a gym for your face. It's going to help build these muscles. So if you get plumper cheeks, it will help with that jowl, which is the falling down of the face, because we've lost so much fat pad here in our mid face. And this is why people do the mid face lift, because we have this triangle fat pad here. And when we're younger, it's like tied up at our eye socket. And that's why we don't have this hollowness up. But then we get old and that triangle drops down here, creating this jowl drop in our face. And so if you can have, and that's why a lot of people do filler, because if you can fill up this area, it lifts the face, right? But it's short-lived. And with the Zip, it's kind of short-lived too, because it's building it, it's filling that muscle with ATP at the time when you're triggering it, but it doesn't last forever. Now the Zip says it's compounding, and I have not been a consistent user of the Zip every day. So I can't speak to its compounding effects, but I can speak to the times that I've used it and I've trialed it just on my one side of my face for a lift, and I can see the difference. And it does work that way because it's basically triggering the muscles to fill with ATP, so they are getting plumped up. And the more you do that, apparently the more the muscle will build, just like going to the gym. So that's the idea. And so in that regard, it can help with jowls because it's going to help lift or build that muscle. But you're not lifting the fat pad, and that's the reason most people will always need the mid-face lift if that's what you want to do to resolve the jowl issue. Okay, we are a little splotchy. Let's just spray our face with the Avene. Yeah, that's nice. All right. So we can coat our face with a cream now. And I have this Age R Glutathione Glow Capsule Cream. This is from that Medicube company. They're a Korean company. They're found on Amazon. And they have a huge line of products. So I actually did order a bunch from them. And they have masks and different things. Anyway, so we're using them. So it's like a gel. And it has glutathione in it, so it will brighten our skin. So this should be nice. I used the 36, Wendy. Yes, I used the 36 pin cartridge today. Need that lift bigly? Wait, what? Yes, okay, wait. Randy Ann says, yes, I have the Zip and the New Face. Yeah, I have them both. I did like using the Zip Halo the other day, and I think maybe next live we'll incorporate it again. Because of all of the microcurrent devices that I've used, I would definitely say that Zip is the most user-friendly. And it has that app that can guide you, which is really nice too, if you need help, you know, navigating. Okay, honestly, because it's this holiday week, I didn't want to take too long. I just wanted to do this with you guys. And then I'm just going to put on some sunscreen. But I'm going to wait a little bit on this, but I'm going to use my SPF from Bloom Effects, that SPF 50, which I love. But my face is still tingling and the skin is still open, so I'm going to let it calm down for the next little bit, and then I'll put on the sunscreen just because I don't want to have anything from that sunscreen irritate the skin right now. But that glutathione cream feels nice on it. So that is kind of today's show, but there are a couple other things that I just wanted to point out. So at a favorite things party, I did get this perfume. So this is a Glossier perfume. I don't know if you guys have ever smelled this, but it smells really good. Now, I am a Baccarat Rouge girl, but I have to say this Glossier was really impressive. So I wanted to point this out if you guys have not tried this, because I didn't even know about this until I went to the favorite things party a couple weeks ago. So if I didn't know about it, maybe you guys don't know about it either. But I do sometimes live in my own cave, so me not knowing about anything does not make mean the rest of the world doesn't know about it. And then I did get this day, what is this? Cactus Fruit 3-in-1 Styling Cream Taming Wand. So I thought like, oh, I wanted to see like what this worked like on like, you know, our annoying like little weird pieces. And my hair's not up in a high pony, so I'm not like calming anything down and sleeking it back. But I just wanted to see what this could kind of work or do on these like weird kinky gray pieces that are here now. Ooh, you guys, this smells really good. I do love the Day scent product. Like Day has beautifully scented products. Okay, well, that actually did smooth that down quite nicely, because this is what this side looks like that doesn't have it in it. And then look how much better that side looks. And then like for a high pony or something going out, this could be a great thing for sleeking it back, and it smells delicious. All right, you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your holiday weekend or week. Just going to be here cleaning up Christmas with the boys and working on some stuff. And thanks for joining me. Remember that everything I used is linked in the blog post. It's in the description, and it's pinned in the chat right now on YouTube. If you're on TikTok, just go over to the Spa and Tell YouTube channel. Look in the description of this live that I just did. There will be a blog post there, or you can just go to naturalchaos.com, go to the most recent blog post. Again, that's where it will be, and the video will be embedded there too. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time.